Yeah, this is ingx24, and this is my Majora's Mask run in 1:49, an hour and 49 minutes, on the Nintendo 64 version of the game. I have some guys here to help me commentate.
I'm Elminster.
I'm Petrie911.
I'm Dark Eye.
And I'm the legendary Cazdalek.
Yeah, he's the legendary Cazdalek.
Also known as Keeler.
Dude, what if Combo King is watching? We can't have him.
And we're going to ignore that person in the background.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we're starting out with the intro cutscene once again. The intro is really long and boring. I've probably seen this like upwards of 100 times, and it is boring as shit. So, as per usual, we're going to use this section to explain some stuff in the run. First thing I should note, I already said this, I think. This is on the original Nintendo 64 version of the game, not the Virtual Console version. So this means that the run's going to be like 2 minutes slower because of...
It's more like a minute and a half, but whatever.
Yeah, something like that. It's going to be like... It's because of like the lag and loading screens. Fortunately for me, SDA doesn't... SDA's not going to let like a run beat another one just because of less lag and faster loading. But this does mean that Nintendo 64 version has like overall better control, at least in my opinion. So movement is gonna look a lot smoother than a Virtual Console version run, and also you will see a lot more use of the hyper-extended Super Slide, aka HES.
Yeah, the GameCube controller is actually pretty good for Majora's Mask, but the hyper-extended Super Slide is really hard.
I don't know.
We just started the run. You're already talking about Hesser.
Oh yeah. You'll see some hessing as soon as we get to about like a half hour in. But
Yeah, the real run doesn't really start until like half an hour in because the first cycle doesn't really take skill. It's just repetitive, and you can't really lose time in it.
yeah, the whole like first cycle, like the intro and first cycle, everything up to after getting the Deku Mask and Song of Healing is the same in every run, pretty much. And it's basically just walking around and watching cutscenes for about 25 minutes.
They started it off as a true sequel document.
So,
What trick should we start explaining?
probably... Oh yeah, the main thing that's going to make this run a lot different from the previous one, aside from version choice, is going to be the much larger use of mega flipping. Mega flipping is basically where you roll into an explosion and backflip as soon as it blows up. And if you let go of if you let go of back immediately, it'll propel you back at 3 times normal backflip speed, which is a bit slower than normal hovering, but in this run it ends up being faster due to not having a lot of bomb shoes to work with.
If you're not familiar with hovering, I guess we should explain Infinite Sword Glitch, if people happen to not know it. Basically, Infinite Sword Glitch is if you crouch stab, and then you interrupt your crouch stab by interacting with something, such as by picking up a bomb, or reading a sign, or talking to someone. If you do it on the last frame that your sword is coming back in, the crouch stab won't end, and your sword will be glowing white, and it'll be constantly attacking. It'll be on autopilot. You'll, like, damage everything that it touches.
But the main thing that makes it useful is that you can't fall off ledges if your sword is active.
The side effect of that is that if your shield blocks damage while you're in the air, it puts you in your standing animation. And since you can't fall off ledges, what happens is that
you stick in the air, basically.
And bombs and bomb shoes are the main sources of damage to let you stick in the air.
Yeah, until recently, it was basically mega flipping is mainly used in like along with a hover to gain like more backflip distance and save bomb shoes. Until recently, it was thought that mega flips would like randomly crash the game if you screwed them up. Like there wasn't really a known method to like guarantee preventing that from happening. So up until recently, mega flips were always kept to a minimum in single segment runs and pause buffered when they were needed. But a few methods were discovered recently involving keeping the control stick out of ESS position, which is what causes the crash. And now it's possible to use them a lot more in single segment runs.
I think we should say ESS position or extended super slide position. It's a position on the controller. It's like a ring around the center. If you put a very slight amount of pressure on it, Link will do that animation where he's turning in place. And if you manage to obtain speed somehow through damage or recoil, you will gain backwards speed during that. And you will start sliding backwards, hence extended super slide. You can turn corners and pull out items.
The fastest form of... Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Basically, what happens is if you obtain super slide speed, which is equal to mega flip or HESS speed or HES speed, if you obtain that speed while holding Z and with the control stick in ESS position, the game crashes.
Yeah, and that's what caused like mega flips to causes like mega flips to crash, because if you screw it up and you hit the ESS position like while you're moving it back to neutral, it'll crash the game. But the way that I keep it from crashing is instead of returning it to neutral after doing a mega flip, I flick it forward so it passes through the ESS position faster than the game can keep track of input.
I'm pretty sure these kids just want to watch first. Like, they might be potentially scared off. They're like, wait, what does this have to do with the Deku?
It has nothing to do with the Deku, but the first cycle is pretty boring and not.
But there's a cog at the beginning.
I have cog.
I feel like if you're not really following the explanations, then don't worry too much because we'll point out the tricks as you see them in the run.
They're absolutely not important.
They're speed tricks. They shave off seconds everywhere.
Yeah, the fastest form of ESS is hyperextended super slide, or the HES, HESS, which is also the name of a gas station.
Is it really?
Yeah, HES is actually the name of a gas station. I'm not even kidding.
I'm guessing you go there for gas.
Yeah, basically, what you do is you roll into a bomb, and if you get hit on the last 2 frames of the roll while holding ESS position, you gain super slide speed with the ESS. ESS is usually used like out of a super slide. Like you super slide and then let go of... Oh, we'll explain soon.
We haven't explained super slides yet.
Yeah.
We're going backwards.
Yeah, we're doing a pretty good job of explaining all these tricks. It all like flows into each other.
Super slide, you just you roll into a bomb when your shield is up and you try and grab it right as it's about to explode, and basically it sends you back really, really fast.
Yeah, and if you have to keep holding R while super sliding to keep your speed. But if you hold ESS position and let go of R, you'll get the extended super slide. That was the first... That's like the original method of extended super slide, because it like extends your super slide. However, in Majora's Mask, that's very rarely used, because rolling into a bomb while holding ESS position gives you that same speed because of the way rolling works in this game. So if you get hit during a roll while holding ESS position, you'll get speed depending on when you got hit. If you get hit during the last 2 frames of the explosion, you get super slide speed with your ESS, which ESS is usually slightly slower than a normal
It's
super
actually
slide.
about half speed.
Oh yeah, it's half the speed of a normal super slide.
Is that really? That's
Yeah, it's just slightly faster than backwalking.
Yeah, but if you get hit during the last 2 frames, you get the hyper extended super slide or HES, which is basically a ESS with super slide speed.
How many times have you said that? I think we should move on.
Yeah,
think
he's
they
been
got
talking about
heads
Hess for like 10 minutes.
He's mentally prepared.
Well,
For
HES
the
is,
record, it's about as fast as it's exactly as fast as the Goron roll. So it's real fast.
yeah, that's super slide
fully
speed.
top speed Goron roll with the spikes and magic.
Yep, with spikes.
Oh, by the way, this run skips Goron Mask. Just letting you guys know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you won't actually
What's all
see
the
it.
spoilers? This is just
I'm
cycle.
spoiling it for everyone.
Why
Ooh,
not
sorry.
just give the relevant information, like how the clock goes at 5/3 the normal speed during this cycle?
Oh, yeah, we should kind of explain that, I guess. Just a bit.
Well, I
of,
think we kind of just did. I mean,
Yeah.
what else is there to say?
yeah. First cycle.
Let's take another 10 minutes to explain.
Yeah, we spent a long time talking about HES.
Yeah, we
Okay.
did.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yes, well,
That's just because HES is so amazing.
I guess
not
we could
there's a lot to
explain.
say about this cycle. I mean, it skipped forward to the 3rd day, and then,
Well, he also skipped a lot of flowers. I wanted to point that out, but I couldn't. So
Well, no one cares about first cycle.
I do. That's right.
Okay, well the rupee route is just he grabs a rupee from one of the Keaton bushes in the beginning, and then on the final night, basically, since you have to accomplish only a few tasks, and you have to wait at the clock tower, during times when time is passing, you're not able to waste any time, really. Like, nothing you do will waste time in the end of the run.
Yeah, this is like the easiest section in the whole game. None of my mistakes matter. As
That's
long
also why he gets that rupee from the trading post bot, even though it appeared to be slower
yeah,
than, like, getting a second rupee from the Keaton bush. Then he gets the 99 rupees there because at the end of the cycle, he wants 101 rupees in the bank.
Okay, now
So
we
that
have to do
when we get the 99 rupee chest in second cycle, he'll have instantly 200 rupees and adult wallet. Or adult
It's
wallet.
like the
in this
only
game as
trick
well.
in the whole cycle right here.
If you backwalk on the right side of the East Clock Zone guard, you get to go faster.
yeah,
The
that's
reason
that's
for
some
doing
that's some old school tricks there. I mean,
we're going
that's like been known like since the release.
He's doing
He
it
always
so he can
does.
skip the cutscene in North Class.
Oh, little gainer there.
Yeah. Normally when you enter this area, you read with the cutscene. And he doesn't go in North Class Zone anyway.
Yeah, the cutscene trigger isn't on any of the outside entrances.
And he doesn't want to watch the cutscene because the time doesn't pass during it, so it's wasting time.
yeah.
Plus, everyone hates cutscenes. I mean, if you see Ocarina of Time, it's like an hour of them.
Ocarina of Time is only an hour. Oh, what does that tell you?
Yeah, it's that much cutscene.
It's an interactive movie.
Ocarina of Time, aka the worst game ever.
We're not here to bash
You were
on it.
just finding it yesterday.
Oh. Somehow it got unmuted. Anyway.
Okay, so he gets magic because you need it. You can't get the ocarina without it because there's no way to make him drop it without shooting a Deku bubble at him. It'd actually be really useful if we managed to skip magic because what's interesting about this game is if you don't have magic and you try to use an item that uses magic, it just uses it. You'll have infinite magic basically.
Yeah, that would be really useful for, like, devastating twin mold. Which, by the way, spoiler, my twin mold fight was bad in this run.
Dude, let's let you in the store.
Was it as bad as Elms, where he took like 4 hours to beat Twin World?
Oh my
Nah, I
god.
lost about like maybe 20 to 30 seconds.
That was pure hell.
Twin World's tail has terrible hit detection.
I'm not bad at Twin World anymore. Well, I am, but so is everyone.
Nice gainer, dude.
Yeah, I do a gainer up there because I can. And now I'm doing like ESS position.
Gainer's a forward backflip, by the way. It's, you do a normal backflip, but it goes forward instead. Lets you grab edges, just like a ground jump. Except,
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh, ground.
useless.
We didn't even explain that yet.
does that even
Like,
come
You don't
up?
have to explain it, dude.
Yeah, we don't use ground. There's not a single ground jump in this run because it's completely useless.
Well, what a ground jump is basically is, it's like
It's a failed super slide, basically. It's like
if you fail, if you like roll into, if you roll into a grabbable object, there's like you end up locked in an animation where he's just standing there with his shield up, and you can't do anything unless you let go of it. But if you take damage to the shields, then it'll store something called the ground jump. What that means is, if
you
once you have
back-
it stored, you cannot use C or B items until you release it.
and then with backflip, you just jump straight into the air.
You jump straight up, like any normal human being should be able to.
Yeah, apparently Link can't jump unless there's a ledge for him to jump off of.
Well, jumping off of ledges also gets rid of your ground jump.
Oh yeah, it does.
And
There's a lot of things to get rid of your ground jump.
Oh yeah, damage, I guess.
Like shutting off your game.
That'll do it.
Using a ground jump also cancels ISG.
I'm hoping you guys can follow like all these tricks we're explaining. We're kind of just like going with it, seeing like
I just imagine like some random viewer being like, what the hell is it?
yeah,
We're kind of just blathering on because there's nothing really to talk about yet.
yeah. The first cycle is so boring. We're just kind of like explaining one trick and then that leads into another trick.
He's tossing it
Better
up there
act because
like
it's
that.
like, dude, we have to have this. The best.
Your text mashing, it's superb, dude. I've seen a blue box this entire cutscene.
What I usually do for mashing text is I use ZFG taught me this. I usually like mash A and B at the same time, like B with my left thumb, A with my right thumb. Only exception is when there's text where you can like scroll through multiple boxes at one time. Which if you use A for that, it won't like scroll through. It'll only scroll through one box at a time. So for that, I just mash B, but otherwise I use A and B.
Okay, now going back, you said you use both your thumbs to mash. Are you kidding me? Or did you mean like one thumb and the left and right side of it?
No, I use my left thumb on B, right thumb on A.
You're weird.
Now that's ZFG strats.
Why'd you
ZFG,
do that?
ZFG is a cool guy.
I don't know how you could get optimal mashing with one thumb. Like, I just don't understand.
well, when you get on my level, let me know. This is what's called the Song of Time.
Yeah, N64 song playing. It's fast as shit. C buttons. You can't beat the C buttons.
Still buttons in the GameCube controller, unless you have to use C up.
Yeah.
C up on that is the worst.
Yeah.
You have to use the C stick for it. It's stupid because they don't have a spare button for you to use for C up.
They could have just used the D-pad,
Yeah.
but no, apparently that's L.
Yeah, the D-pad is L. That's hilarious. Because like L on the N64 controller is so rarely used. I think it's used for like toggling the map in this game.
Yeah, it is. But it's used. I think
For levitating.
I think even in games where you use the D-pad to move, it's like L's like never used. Makes you wonder why they even bothered.
It's taunt in Smash Brothers, so That's pretty indispensable.
So that you can levitate in emulator games. They had this
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
Yeah, that's why they use the L button, because L like has like no other function.
It's almost like the select button.
No, it really is a lot exactly like the select button. I mean, select never really did anything in games either.
Well, you used to select items in Super Metroid.
Well,
I've never played Super Metroid on the original Super Nintendo.
I have to play Super Metroid on Virtual Console because my Super NES keeps deleting my save files.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, that is definitely relevant to this run.
Oh, yes. Anyways, looks like we're actually going to be getting to something,
Yeah,
One
another
of my favorite
in the
cuts.
near future.
Oh yeah, we could be skipping some of these cutscenes with resets, but since it's a single segment, we can't do that.
thing is better because Giamma didn't allow RTAs for Majora's Mask.
Because who? Who didn't?
Like,
Giamma.
yeah.
I thought you said Gianni.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Cutscene. It's ridiculous.
Don't worry, the endless cutscenes are almost over. You just got to suffer through about 4 more minutes of it. 3.5 more minutes, and then we can get this show on the road.
The thing is that he has to watch all of this crap and do all of this crap every time he attempts because you just don't fail in the first cycle, really. So, like, the first mistake of the run is usually, like, half an hour in.
Yeah,
Like, if he makes a mistake immediately, it's usually half an hour in.
yeah, it's the reason why, like, even on weekends, I tended to, like, only do 1 attempt per day, because I didn't feel like sitting through first cycle again. That's also why I took so long to make this run. 7 months.
That's not all that long.
It's long compared to... How long did Poki's Ocarina of Time any percent single segment take for him to make? Like 9 months, was it?
It took him 1 hour.
It took him 1 hour and 17 minutes.
He just sat down, picked up the controller, and did the run.
If only it were that easy.
That's what it's gonna be with 100%. With total advertising.
I think he's mad. What do you think?
Who, the Happy Mask Salesman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's mad.
In the Japanese version of this game, there's a text box that automatically advances, and when they translate the text, they put a little blue box that you have to hit in the middle of the cutscene.
Yeah, no one really knows why they did that. They fixed it in the PAL version, and
It's that
Right.
text box.
Here, right on.
yeah, that
right,
one right there. You didn't see the blue box because of my amazing text smashing skills, but it was there, trust me.
Well, people who play this game will know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just put that text box in the middle, and it prevents the cutscene from like being like where you can just run up and grab like a drink or whatever.
I think they'll take your word instead of going back and actually seeing if it's...
They specifically put it in to piss speedrunners off.
Yeah, I think that's the most likely explanation. I'm gonna go with that one.
They made it
Yeah,
so you
it's-
can't go to the back.
Retro Studios totally had a hand in making this game.
Yeah, Retro Studios. They like go out of their way to piss off speedrunners.
Alright.
Serious time.
The
No,
action
not
is-
really. Yeah, watch this for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's not 30 seconds. Let me count in my...
Really, the run doesn't really begin until after I exit Clocktown.
Really?
Yeah, like it's like to me, it doesn't really begin until after I exit Clocktown.
I counted 18 seconds.
Well,
Wait
it
a
looks
minute.
like the run's actually getting
Oh.
started.
Yeah, it's actually we're actually going somewhere now.
Dude, you have to jump across that gap. That is pro shit. This is where the run really ends.
Jumps in this game are based only on speed, so if you roll as young Link, you can make it without needing like Zora Mask or Bunny.
Yeah.
Rolling and Bunnyhood get the same distance. And
Yeah.
rolling
I
with
think
the Bunnyhood doesn't do anything special.
I'm pretty sure you're actually fastest at the end of your roll. I think that's why getting hit at the end of your roll is what causes Hess. Because
No, you actually lose about
No.
10 speed at the end of your roll. It's
oh well,
He hits
so-
this owl so we can go back to it later.
Yes, but yeah, so much for that idea. But yeah,
It was just a razor thing. It's okay.
If Petrie ever corrects one of us, you should probably listen to him.
yeah.
I know things.
He's gonna get the adult wallet now so he can buy a bunch of stuff at one time.
Adult wallet is what adults get, so they can have 200 rupees.
Yeah, for some reason, I always found it funny that, like, you assume that it can only hold 200, like, 200 or 99 or whatever, because it can't all fit in there. But even if you get one silver rupee, and you have nothing else, that somehow, only 99% of it can fit in the wallet, even though it's the same size as any other rupee.
You break it into 100 pieces and take 99 of them, so those are the only ones that fit.
He's buying weapons and mass destruction now.
Yeah, I'm buying weapons of mass destruction.
Wait, why do you withdraw all 200 rupees? Because I'm in
Because
earlier ones.
it's
they only
faster.
Yeah, it's so I don't have to go back to the banker. Because of mega flips, I skipped 2 bomb shop trips compared to the previous run. Therefore, I have like 160 or so more rupees to work with. So I only need to go to the bank one time. All right, so now we're actually getting started.
This is a quick
was
slide.
This is a super slide.
It's not an ISG slide. We lost a few things, but it's okay.
And now I get ISG, which is Infinite Sword Glitch, as we explained earlier. And I just hovered over the fence.
Interestingly enough, POIH, he didn't even get bomb shoes in his first speedrun, which is like one of the first on SDA.
All right, you're about to see some Hessen.
Yeah. This is what's been hyped up for so long. For like 10 minutes in the beginning.
Jesus!
Yeah, Hessen, best trick in the game.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, it wasn't discovered by me.
What do you think is the best trick in the game? The jump to Song of Soaring?
No, I'd actually go with the, it's the LG vent in this skip. How could it not be?
Best tricks in this game are Mega Flip and Hess.
Best trick in the game are all exclusive to 100%.
Kida's gonna run 100% single segment.
Yeah, sure he is. I'll believe it when he submits it.
I need to finish the review. Don't worry.
In the Japanese version, this guy is a pain to push. You
Yeah,
can't actually grab him.
Yeah, for some reason they thought it was a good idea to make it so you have to like manually push him and like not be able to grab him. It's like the biggest pain in the ass ever.
Now try doing that on day 3.
Oh my god.
They also made Zora swimming terrible, apparently.
It's not terrible. There's just a couple little things that they changed, and it made it a lot better. If you're swimming near the surface and you stop, I mean, if you're doing the big fast Zora swim near the surface and you stop, he just instantly goes into his normal swimming animation. There's no like buffer. That's why you can't flying Zora, because even if you get off the ground, when you like let go of A, he just falls straight into the water.
Speaking of which, Georg, or Georg, however you pronounce it, is like apparently way harder on the Japanese version because of the Zora swimming.
Yeah, because you can't turn around as fast. If you hold A and then press down, he just goes straight forward. He doesn't turn around.
It's funny though, I have like a Ustream recording of my first time fighting Georg on Japanese Majora's Mask. I had like no problems after the first hit. Like,
Hey, just
I don't know.
hover over him and pull out a bottle.
And then get the great things.
Glorious Nippon edition.
This cutscene is really screwed up in the GameCube version.
Yeah, you can see the band members before their spotlights turn on. Kind of ruins the effect.
Yeah, it looks.
You see them when they're on the side, like when they're on their side.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you hadn't seen the original cutscene, you like on the N64 version, you really wouldn't think anything was wrong in the GameCube one.
Except that it looks terrible.
Yeah, I never really noticed my first time through. My first time through was on GameCube version. And I didn't notice anything wrong with the cutscene because I assumed that's how it always was.
You poor man.
Yeah, my first playthrough of Majora's Mask was littered with intense lag and freezing.
Oh yeah, the GameCube version freezing. That was always fun.
I only
have minor lag.
I actually only had the GameCube version of Majora's Mask freeze one time, and that was in the tunnel to the the tunnel in Great Bay Temple, the one where you would do the boss key skip.
Yeah.
Like it was like lagging so bad that it looked like it was just like lagging so bad that it froze. Anyway,
I don't know where you do turnkey skip. Just
yeah. Though that was another super slide. That time I didn't use a bomb shoe. And now we're gonna put on Zora Mask, and yeah, that looks real. That's like real good for a kid's game right there. Anyway, Zora Potts game. I only have to play it one time because of the skipping 2 bomb shop trips. So I just play it one time, backflip a few times to get some distance before the boomerangs catch me, and then we are off to do Flying Zora.
Yeah, the Zora Potts is a really fast way to get 90 rupees. Which, rupees are
Did you
also...
just say Flying Zora? I don't think it's called that, dude.
What?
It's called air swimming.
It's called the key to Flying Zora.
Yeah.
Console, but...
Yeah, Kita found a method for Flying Zora that's really fast and consistent.
Meanwhile, Petrie found the thing that actually makes it useful, getting onto that island.
Yeah, Flying Zora is basically right here where you swim across a piece of land that pushes you upward, and then you can fly in midair. And Petrie found that you could use it here to grab the platform to the fairy fountain without a hookshot or hovering. That's the only use it has in this entire game, pretty much.
Yep.
What do you have to do while he's flying? Do you have to press A for every swimming stroke?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. You can buffer it though with.
Do you hold back?
Or you can just kind of mash A. That works too.
Yeah, that's what I do.
All right, so now the Zora long jump.
Yeah, if damage pushes you off the edge, your jump goes much farther because it starts with the. Let's see here. It's about 1.5 times faster than a roll, so you get a lot more distance.
Yeah, I use it to get onto that pillar so I can save a few bombs. And
what he's doing here is he's using a trick called Fairy Fountain Wrong Warp.
Oh, hang on. Here's some mega flips.
Okay, we already know what a mega flip is. We don't want our viewers to be
Well, anyways.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, Fairy Fountain Wrong Warp. Basically, all the fairy fountains are on the same map. For programming reasons. So if you, hover out of bounds, you can, actually go into another fairy fountain and warp across the entire game. I use it twice in this run.
Only from Fairy Fountain.
Yeah, you can warp into other fairy fountains.
You can do a similar thing with the. You can do a similar thing with the stuff with little grottos that you can find in various pits, but
yeah, those aren't as useful. You will not be seeing those in this run. They might be in 100%.
No,
they're not even in 100%. Well, they're useful in certain race skulls that we do.
Kida, is that just because you don't want to do the Wonderful Lens of Truth cave?
Yeah,
or is it actually slow?
It's slower.
And here's the Hess through Woods of Mystery, which was not...
my favorite.
That saves about 8 seconds.
I think it's one of the coolest tests in the game.
I think it saves like 7.2. I tried it.
The next test I do as a Zora, Kita timed to be like 3 seconds faster, but he's bad.
You're bad too.
I said 4 seconds.
Whatever. It's like 10 to 15 depending on how well you do the Hess. But I screw it up in this run for some dumb reason, so it doesn't even matter.
You screw it up?
I get it, and then I accidentally cancel it. You'll see in a second.
Well, thanks for the spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
It was kind of late for that.
So yeah, basically I turn into Zora and do a Hess here. I try to do the Hess all the way to the big Octo, but right there I somehow like let go of the control stick. So now I have to do the swimming in shallow water glitch to get the rest of the way, which is dumb.
When he dives into the water and puts on Zora mask, he ends up swimming in shallow water. I'm not really sure why exactly, but it's fast.
You have to dive first.
Yeah. Apparently there's a way you can like avoid having to like take the mask off and put it back on by like hitting a tree, but I've never gotten that to work. I don't know how to do it.
He has to put on the Zora mask again. He has to take it off and put it back on again so that he can stand in the shallow water and then kill the big Octo.
Alright, here we go. Deku Palace. The strategy I use here is completely new.
I believe it's pronounced Deku Palace.
Optimized on console by me, the legendary console.
Yeah.
Whereas the ring rush says Deku Palace.
It's definitely deep. Not sure where you come from.
So right there is the, that Zora jump slash trick, whatever, where if you hold B, while jump slashing Zora, you end up, when he goes into his boomerang pose, he gets pushed forward really far for some reason. Not really sure why, but he also tends to clip through a lot of things like
acute angles.
Deku Palace guards.
Yeah. I use the Woodfall Temple, too.
Unfortunately, though, it doesn't like... Even though Link will go through the wall, most walls will get pulled back. So you can't just, like, clip through anything with it, otherwise it'd be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been, like, I think that they would have caught that immediately, like, during testing.
It's more that the walls actually have really good clipping detection in Majora's Mask.
I guess the clippers don't.
That, and also acute angles just tend to be... The walls themselves have it good, but the place where the walls meet each other, that's where you get more of a problem.
Yeah, you can't jump slash through acute angles on this game like you can in Ocarina of Time, because they made it so that you get pushed out if you try to jump slash through a wall. But Zora clipping, they didn't make it like that, so it basically makes it so you can like clip through acute angles with that.
I think on GameCube version, Zora punches, they take you further forward.
Yeah, the Japanese and GameCube versions, the Zora punches take you farther forward, but you still can't clip through anything that you couldn't clip through on the US version.
Yeah, I think people were trying to use it like on boss key doors.
It doesn't work like that. The punch moves you forward, but the big lunge that you do when you, like that big thing they did to get through the guards, that doesn't go any farther. So you can't clip through anything that you can't clip through before.
Yeah. Anyway, I really hope Zero like the recording works, because I just realized I never hit record stream.
Oh.
That's a good thing.
Here.
So he plays the Song of Double Time here because he doesn't have it just does a little placard here about Night of the First Day instead of doing a little cutscene for it.
Yeah, and I need to get to the Curiosity Shop after 10 o'clock.
Right there we have a very nice little trick of skipping all those other Deku flowers. which discovered by yours truly.
It helps because the dragonflies are really, really laggy on the N64 version, so you just walk right by them.
They are on Virtual Console too.
It helps because it's slower to use the flowers, not easy.
Well, that too. But it's like the dragonflies make it even worse.
Yeah, the dragonflies used to ruin my day before I knew about that trick. And then the trick ruined my day when I failed it. But
the reason I turned into Zora when I did the jump onto the to skip the flowers is because if you do it as a Zora, you don't it's like guaranteed to make it up there because Zora jumps higher. If you do it as Link, then you have to line it up.
I don't know why anyone ever did it as Link, to be honest.
He actually doesn't jump any higher.
It's actually exactly the same.
Yeah.
Well, then why does Zora always make it?
I don't know.
It doesn't. It's exactly as fast as taking off the mask as it is to put.
I don't even believe that. I failed that trick.
Actually, it's not that he doesn't jump any higher, but he does jump slightly farther.
That's probably it then.
Zora Link walks slightly faster than human Link, so his jumps go a bit farther. Yeah,
I think what it is he doesn't jump higher, but Link will not get there as quickly, so he'll fall. He might get there during the part where he's falling from his jump, but Zora will get there quicker. So he'll get there while he's still higher up in the air.
So appreciate exactly.
Anyway,
spotlight off Petrie.
Anyways, Sig Lemick discovered a trick here to...
The Sig trick to become human.
Yeah, I failed it, though. It's a frame-perfect trick where you just take off Deku Mask after playing Sonata, and it'll let you skip the text. But I failed it, so I lost a couple of frames.
You probably just failed it because you don't like them.
Anyway, the reason I take off Deku Mask here is, I like to crouch stab those pots so that to make sure that the upgrades don't go overboard, into the water.
The only reason you turn into a human. That's ridiculous.
Well,
I'm pretty sure you could just get them as a DT.
Yeah, but I don't want to risk something like that.
Previous runs would turn into a human because they could crouch stab the Deku Stick pot and get ISG off of it, then they could get the nut, and then they could just walk to the owl and touch it and it would activate, but he's not hitting a Whiffle Owl in this run because of fewer bomb shot trips.
Anyway, that's Kazui's trick right there that, he discovered back in, 2006 and no one knew about it until, no one really knew about it until, a year ago.
I don't know.
Did anyone even know anything about this game until a year ago? Or 2 years ago?
Yes.
Oh yeah, here I'm gonna do a couple bomb hovers and a mega flip to get over there. The mega flip here is to get there with fewer bombs, meaning less bomb fuses to wait for. It's possible to do it to save yet another bomb by mega flipping to the torch, but I find that to be a bit too inconsistent because
you realize that hover you just did only saved one bomb.
Yeah, but it's not like it's gonna waste any bombs if you fail the mega flip, so...
That hover basically skips a huge runaround in the RuPaul Temple involving the second floor and stuff.
Yeah.
You get to go really fast.
It basically means you only have to visit, 2 or 3 rooms in the entire temple. It's great.
There aren't that many rooms in this temple.
There's about,
Well, you skip the entire second floor, so...
And also, the good portion of the first floor, too, because there's that room.
Oh, yeah. There's that room with the block and...
Yeah.
Now comes the boss key skip for this temple. It's one of the coolest looking parts of the run. What I do is I drop a bomb here to get rid of the moss so they don't, screw with my boss key skip. I'm gonna do a Zora clip into this wall, and then do a few hovers out of bounds, and then it's mega flip time. And when I say mega flip time, I mean, well, you'll see.
The reason why boss key skips work is because the loading zone for the boss door is always there, just the door itself isn't. So if you go to where the loading zone is and touch it, then you go to the boss room. I think
that's actually true of any door that leads to another scene. Like in Clocktown, the doors to various shops. If you simply get behind the door, you'll touch the loading zone there and go in. So you can say get into the Curiosity Shop when it's closed.
But yeah,
that doesn't get used here, but it's something that can be done.
Yeah, but yeah, these mega flips. Not only do they look cool, but they also allow me to skip the bomb shop trip before Woodfall Temple by saving like a bunch of bomb shoes.
So, boss time already.
Yep. This guy goes down fast.
Mask Jungle Warrior Adola. In case anyone can't read.
We're turning this into a lunch fun.
Basically, if you time your quick spins properly on this guy, you'll hit him as he's about to get up, and then he'll get pushed back down. If you time them properly, you can kill him like in 5 seconds.
Yeah, you need to use more bomb flowers.
Yeah, there's a way to get him with bomb flowers, but that's, in my opinion, that's too inconsistent for a single segment.
Yeah, bomb flowers actually do like 80% of its HP in a single hit. So
yeah,
is that because they hit so many times?
They hit twice for 8 damage each.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's as powerful as
a so much damage.
Great Fairy Skin, Sword, Jump Slash.
Yeah.
Is that the only one in the game with bomb flowers?
Yeah.
There's a way to keep a Dolwa down with just like rotating the stick and mashing B, but it's really inconsistent. I'm pretty sure Giano tried it in his 153. If I remember correctly, it screwed up a bit.
No, I think he kept him down as 153. The thing is, Adola kicked him first off, if I remember correctly.
He got kicked. Adola is a horrible fascist op.
Giano was kicked from...
I am not, I mean...
Anyway, Oath to Order, more Ocarina playing on N64, good shit.
He played it pretty fast on VC, I think.
Yeah, but, well, he needed help from... Giano needed help from SIG to play VC Ocarina songs. He's like, how do I play this on a C-stick?
You don't. You just use the X, C, and A, and then flick the C-stick at the end.
True.
I don't know. Song of Soaring on VC is much better than N64.
I like Elegy on VC. It's like a fighting game combo on the C-stick.
Yeah, Elegy of Emptiness. It's like a fighting game combo. New Wave Bossa Nova on a GameCube controller. Holy shit.
Oh, that's kind of nasty, yeah.
By the way, the New Wave Bossa Nova is skipped in this room. Just kidding.
No, it's not. The Elegy of Emptiness is skipped in this run, though. And it's skipped with... Well, no spoilers. We'll talk about that when we get there.
Nice.
But yeah, that trick's kind of old.
Alright, now this... With all clear cutscene.
You can skip this next cutscene with Tattle talking if you beat Woodfall after any other temple, but that involves coming back later, which I'm pretty sure cancels out most of the time saved by the cutscene skip.
It's only faster if you don't boss key skip.
Yeah, if you don't boss key skip, it's faster to come back because you have fire arrows
and you can just beast the temple.
Yeah, if you do boss key skip though, I'm pretty sure it's slower. If only because it means you have to get Bremen Mask because you need Deku Mask to come back.
Well, technically, you could beat Great Bay Temple before this, so you wouldn't have to come back because you don't need bow for that.
Yeah, but what about the pirate cutscene skip?
You wouldn't get it. You would just shoot a decent bow.
Alright, up next is bottle duplication.
Oh, bottle duplication.
AKA serious time.
Yeah, this is like serious time for me, basically. I have to have like complete silence. I mute my TV for this, and like Giano, I use a metronome at 200 beats per minute to time it. I'm actually pretty good at it, for the most part. Sometimes I screw it up due to nervousness, but obviously here I get it all 3 times, because if you fail it, it's a reset. Because it wastes like 40 seconds or something.
Now using a metronome, though, might that be considered some form of tool assistance?
Nah, Giano used it in his run, and they said so in the commentary.
Well,
I don't know.
It's also considered tool assistance.
It's a metronome, the ultimate cheating device.
It's just a way to help you time it.
Alright, what happens is, he sells the potion, or whatever he has, and there's 1 frame in that mini cutscene, or in that animation where you can pause. You equip something over the bottle, and then away you go. It just replaces it with an empty bottle.
Yeah,
It's a lot like bottle duplication, Ocarina of Time, except much, much harder to time.
Yeah, that form of bottle duplication does not work in this game. I'm not sure why. Like, does it like put your bottle away automatically if you?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I wonder if bottle duplication will be back when they, when they re-release Ocarina of Time for the 3DS.
I don't know.
That was like the most obvious glitch in the game.
If they don't,
Like, everyone found it their first try.
yeah. I actually got a like a long time ago. I got a rental Ocarina of Time cartridge that someone duped the bottle over bomb shoes, and that was actually. Oh, I talked to the owl like a dipshit here. Anyway, yeah, that was like they duped a bottle over bomb shoes on this. I lost my train of thought.
Why are we talking
Anyways,
about this? Let's just talk about the...
Let's go back to Pinnacle Rock here.
Yeah.
Alright, so he memorizes the path for here to skip the Pictobox and the Seahorse.
Though in all fairness, it's not a very difficult path to memorize.
I remember where I was now. I got this rental Ocarina of Time card a while back where they were at Ganon's castle and they had duped the bottle over bomb shoes, and this was before Trials skip. So they duped it over right before being the Spirit Trial, so it became impossible to finish the game.
Because you need a bomb shoe to finish the Spirit Trial.
Yep.
It's like the only place in the game where you absolutely need a bomb shoe.
Yeah, I spent like so long trying to figure out how do you get bomb shoes in this game. Like, no one would sell them to me. I wasn't aware of bottle duplication.
What about Trials?
So did you legit think that there's supposed to be a bottle in that slot?
Well, I didn't realize that. I was like 8 at the time. I got like a new cartridge because I was like that. This one's borked. And
Was it possessed?
yes, it was possessed.
You should have done that.
But yeah, Pinnacle Rock is basically my relaxation after bottle duplication. It's really easy.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do to speed it up. Just kind of swim to each one, kill them, and then steal their precious eggs.
Just as long as you know which ones have the eggs.
Oh yeah,
Not
that's
their eggs, dude. They
No,
stole
you can just like spend hours here lost, like I did.
Yeah, my first time playing, I was like, I was like going through and killing like all of them, looking for the eggs.
I actually thought you had to kill all of them to make the last egg appear, and then like...
If I remember correctly, you have to kill all of them to make the seahorse heart piece appear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
it's for the
seahorse.
hearts.
You also need to get the seahorse, which causes some interesting complications for 100%.
Oh, you actually do?
Not that bad.
Yeah, the other seahorse always appears in the hole with the last eel you kill, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so he just gets lost so that he can return to the beginning easily.
Yep.
He can't really warp back because there's no land anywhere.
Yeah.
You could go off into the ocean again to get back to land, and then warp back. But it's not. It's slower, so.
Yeah, it's like...
It's faster in game time, but that's no longer a
You can
category.
get Ocarina on B as a Zora and then warp underwater.
I don't think that works.
It works.
Yeah, but is it faster? I don't know.
It's not fast. It's silly.
Anyways, depositing some eggs here.
So how about Diablo? I think he dropped the eggs rather well at this point.
Oh, yeah, sometimes it doesn't let you drop them for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird. I think that's...
You have to wait a certain amount of time.
Yeah, if you do it...
Early.
Yeah, if you press the button like the first frame you can after depositing an egg, it won't let you deposit it.
It just pulls it out as a show item and is like, this thing doesn't do anything here.
Anyway, up next is Pirate's Fortress. The reason I do Pirate's Fortress second is because it's so I can skip the cutscene of Dawn of the Second Day. If you do Pirate's Fortress first, it works out that it does the cutscene like while you're going back to like Pinnacle Rock. But if you do it in this order, it'll play like while you're in the middle of Pirate's Fortress.
So it's just like with the swamp where we want to skip the thing.
Same basic idea.
Plus, it doesn't really matter what order you do the eggs in.
Yeah.
If it wasn't obvious at all, he duped Bottle so that he could do all of this in one trip. Especially Pinnacle Rock, because Pinnacle Rock is a pain to backtrack to.
Yeah.
Though doing the Pirate's Fortress multiple trips isn't really that great either.
Yeah.
It's not as bad. Like, did runs before Bottle Dupe, did they get 3 bottles?
Yeah, but they usually also got the hook shot before getting bottles in the first place, so Pirate's Fortress had to be done in 2 different parts.
Yeah, I think taking multiple trips is so slow that it was actually faster to like get extra bottles.
This hover skips the series, and it skips Goron Mask. You need to open the series.
Yeah, I don't do a mega flip here because that railing sometimes gets in the way. I lost like a couple runs because that railing like stopped my mega flip.
But if you were to pull out a 2 at it, would it run up the wall? Like if you were to mega hover right at the railing.
Well, I don't have any shoes equipped, so I wouldn't be able to do that anyway.
No, I mean like if you were to.
I think it would run up the wall, yeah.
This is Pirate's Fortress. It's actually faster in 100% than it is in 90%.
Really? Is it?
Yeah.
How?
You get all the same things in 90%, except you get to save them with stone.
Yep. You know, you get that nice free red potion. You should totally just use that to get Stone Mask and make Pirate's Fortress go faster.
Yeah, but...
That's what PYH did, actually.
He doesn't get the Lens of Truth, though, so...
Wait, PYH got the... Oh, I was reading the Bloods of Truth for Stone Mask.
The camera in this game is kind of weird. Like it makes you like guano walk sometimes. Like even if you're holding straight back.
And if you shoot the hive from that far back, you can shoot it without stepping into the cutscene. It's like a really long cutscene where the pirates have this discussion, blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's long. Would you believe during one of my attempts where I like failed bottle dupe, I accidentally walked into that cutscene?
Oh.
In the Japanese version, there's a hole in the wall in the back of that room, so you can get to this room with the treasure chest without having to go back to the main fortress and go through another door. I don't know why they removed it.
Yeah, that's
also the reason the hookshot chest is facing the other way in the Japanese version.
Yeah, because that would be the way it would be facing towards you if you went through that hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really no explanation for that one, because, I mean, why would you do that?
I'm not really...
It's not like it prevents some sort of sequence break or anything. It just makes everything more annoying.
It just makes one sequence break that much faster.
Yeah, in 100%. Did you say it already?
I didn't say what it was.
Oh, in 100%, if you have Stone Mask, you can just walk right into the hotshot room. There's a spot you can stand where you can shoot the hive from the
like a few pixels behind the curtain.
I do a side hop jump slash here into that opening so I can skip a pirate fight.
Sometimes called a right angle jump. Although that particular this pirate fight skip's also pretty old. Like, I think even PYH did this. So,
PYH is my home.
Say what?
We go way back.
Alright, this next part, I use a trick that, like, instead of doing a side hop jump slash here, I put on Zora mask and, like, do an angled jump. I don't think that's any faster, especially considering that...
Faster if you don't see how.
Yeah,
I select timed it to be 5.137 seconds faster, if I recall correctly.
Well, in that case, if you see up, it shouldn't be any slower.
It's still slow. Because you, like, lose all your velocity.
You lost massive.
Oh, yeah, the velocity. Anyway, I actually find that doing the angled jump as a Zora is more consistent than side hop jump slash there, so...
Yeah.
I'm starting to find
It's actually like the original way the trick was done. Like, the side hop jump slash version came later.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do people ever use it then?
Because it's actually somewhat easier.
Well, if you do an angled jump as a Zora, it's actually easier to do the angled jump, in my opinion.
I don't know, I find the side hop
I
jump.
think a few times.
I've actually screwed up the side hop jump slash there, like, you know, the one I replaced with a Zora jump. I've screwed that up in a couple of runs, and it was, like, ridiculous.
It's pretty embarrassing to screw up, I have to say.
Yeah, it was really embarrassing. I mean, this pirate didn't feel like cooperating today.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, Gianna's was far worse.
And you can't skip that pirate fight, because...
Actually, you can.
No, you can, but it's a really long hover.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
Yeah,
not...
Grunz actually
There's
does.
an entrance here that... I don't even remember how to go through Pirate's Fortress normally at all, though.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Alright.
Alright, see that other door there now.
And now I have all the eggs, so I do Song of Soaring away from here, back to the laboratory to deposit the rest of the eggs.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't even think about doing this game normally, the normal way anymore. It's like I think of this way of, you know, going to the bay first and stuff as being the normal way these days.
Yeah, I actually think of that too.
And this same with a lot of games actually, like Metroid Prime.
Yeah, Metroid Prime, you just think you have to space jump first. I can't not do it now because there's like no reason not to.
Unless you're doing like low percent and you skip space jump.
Well, that's skipping it. You don't go back for it after boost ball.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we should just like open up Sparky's run and commentate on it now.
We should commentate on Guano Ball's run.
Oh jeez.
It'll take forever.
And
It'll be incredibly boring.
It's excessive use of guano walking, as we've called it.
And not skipping text boxes.
Oh jeez.
What? Wait, what was that about Xbox?
I said not skipping text boxes.
Oh, I thought you said something about Xbox.
Yeah, we got that one, yes.
He did his run on Xbox. The only
So
I remember this one thing that runner guy said. Like, there was this one guy on one of his videos. I think it was a Door of Time skip video. He was like, "Does this version doesn't work on the GameCube version? I've done it exactly the same way. It was fixed on GameCube version." And runner guy was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to mention you also have to use the Xbox version."
So right here, if you pause after taking out the ocarina before the cutscene starts, and then unpause and take out the ocarina again, you can warp away from the cutscene. The thing is, though, this cutscene, unlike every other song learning cutscene, gives you the new wave bossa nova at the beginning of the scene. Yeah. So you just skip the cutscene entirely.
By the way,
he has the song even though he didn't watch the cutscene.
Yeah, and that's the only cutscene it could even work on, because all the other ones don't give you the song until you actually play it.
Alright.
That's not like Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
I know Zelda's Lullaby, they give it to you right when you talk to Impa.
Yeah, all the Ocarina of Time cutscenes give it to you immediately. Whereas this is the only Majora's Mask cutscene that does, and it happens also.
The reason I do Stone... There's a reason I do Stone Tower this early, like... You can just, like, because of the way that my bomb shop trips are set up, you can, like, put Stone Tower, like, anywhere, as long as you get the hook shot. I put it as early as I possibly could, and there's a reason for that. You're about to see what that reason is.
Keys hover.
Dude, if someone managed to keys hover up Stone Tower Temple and skip hookshot and low percent, hookshot and blast mask.
Alright, so basically, the reason I do this place so early is because I have to do mega flips here to skip a bomb shop trip, which wouldn't be that big of a deal if it wasn't for one little problem. This place lags horribly. The lag is ridiculous.
So why don't you just play on VC?
It lags even on VC too.
Yeah, it lags on that too.
Just not as much.
Plus, I'm not playing those controls. I like being able to actually control my character.
No Johns, man. Get the VC version.
No, you.
Oh, I'm gonna do my run with VC.
I saw you messed up one mega flip there.
Yeah, that was because of lag.
Johns.
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna be johnning up a shitstorm here, just letting you know. I johned up a shitstorm here in my run comments too.
Well, this gap right here is really the one where VC goes crazy.
Oh my god, Jesus!
You know, I saw that coming.
That key is
just... the keys flying up at you.
Yeah, that key is sorry. That key.
It took 3 years to set up that angle.
Yeah, the keys in this place are terrible.
Yeah, that was like really bad luck. Annie saw that he like cringed at that. Oh, and there's another screwed up mega flip because of lag.
Yeah, this place is a bit bigger than it really should have been.
Yeah, no version of this game can handle Stone Tower without it lagging.
And if it isn't obvious, he's doing these hovers to skip the LG of emptiness.
Yeah, the reason I pull out the hookshot and roll is to, like, let the bomb explosion clear.
It produces lag.
Yeah. I did an extra bomb hover at the end there because sometimes it doesn't make it for, like, sometimes, like, 3 mega flips and a backflip doesn't make it for some reason. So I do an extra bomb hover just in case.
Yeah, so this skips LG of Emptiness, it also skips Song of Storms, Gibdo Mask, and the Mirror Shield.
Right here, I almost do Song of Soaring away from here before hitting the owl. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, that'd be a run ender right there.
Yeah, that would have been a disaster.
Like lose a run because you didn't lose a run because you like forgot to play Song of Double Time in Great Bay Temple or something.
No, I accidentally played it too many times in Great Bay Temple.
Oh.
And then I'm like, I get out of Great Bay Temple, I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it night? And I'm like, oh shit, it's a final day. And then I had to reset. Alright, right here. Right here, this is the hardest trick in the entire run.
No, it isn't. It's just the most inconsistent.
It's this right there. You pause after playing that. You play Song of Double Time. It skips that like 1 minute, like a minute and a half cutscene or something. It's like 1 minute and 20 seconds or something.
It skips the cutscene where the turtle actually appears and does a long thing where he talks to you and Lulu and blah blah blah.
The previous run missed that cutscene skip. And now that I've gotten it in a run, all future runs have to get it.
You ruined speedrunning for everyone. Good job.
Nah, that was Mr. Gruns. He did that by discovering this shitty trick.
No, he did that by discovering the boss key skips. Let's give credit where credit is due.
Now, what boss key skips...
He discovered bottle duplication.
Now, Boss key skips are amazing. I don't know what you're talking about.
If they're amazing, you would learn the 5 explosive. I just had to mention that to my other
The 5 explosive Great Bay Temple boss key skip. Yeah, Kyoki found a way to do the boss key skip in Great Bay Temple with only 5 explosives as opposed to the usual 9. I messed with it a lot and I couldn't get it consistent, so I bitched out and did the 9 explosive in this run. Everyone else says it's like the 5 explosive is so easy, but I just can't get it consistent.
Even I can do it.
You don't even
sure
play Majora's Mask. Shut up. Also, I'm going to take this time to say Great Bay Temple's music is addictive. It's so repetitive, but it's somehow so addictive. Like just like all the way all the instruments blend together. It's just amazing.
So music, I mean, it doesn't really have a real melody to it.
Yeah. Well, I play song a double time there because I don't want to do lullaby skip at night. Plus it means I'll get to the clock tower after midnight of the final day, so I don't have to hover in, which is good because Stone Tower Temple boss key skip is a gigantic explosive whore. Explosive whore. I've never heard that said before.
Basically, for good reason.
Yeah. Here I could do a mega flip here to save a bomb and a few seconds, but the platform I'm hovering to is too high up, and sometimes it doesn't make it.
I thought you were going to say it was because of lag.
Oh, well, that too, but...
Well, that hover is actually laggier on DC than it is on N64.
I know, it's ridiculous.
That doesn't make any sense, but it is.
Anyway, this is the boss key skip. I do this about 15 to 20 seconds faster than Giano did by not pause buffering the Mega Side Hop.
Mega Side Hop's like a Mega Flip, except...
It's a side hop.
Except it's a side hop. It's slightly different timing, and you can curve it. Well, you can curve Mega Flips too, but...
Mega Side Hops are easier.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing about the Great Bay Temple boss loading zone is that it's incredibly huge. Most of them just have a little spot of loading zone behind the door, whereas the Great Bay Temple's about the size of a room. So it's a big target to hit, which helps a lot in actually skipping the thing.
Yeah, it's like the non-explosive method. I have never screwed that up. It's like you could get the angle and the position completely wrong and still make it every time.
Then why don't I? I land in out-of-bounds water and I ring out.
Well, the reason the 5 explosive method is harder is because you have to navigate in the out-of-bounds water, and you can get, stuck in bad water, which kills you immediately for some reason. And sometimes you can get, closed in by, invisible walls. That
the
would never
invisible
happen.
walls when you land inside the unloaded version of the room that has the boss.
Yeah, but basically, the 9 explosive method, as long as you can, Mega Side Hop, and you get the position and angle somewhat correct, you'll get it every time.
And watch out, Georg's going to eat you.
Oh
He almost did.
That was pretty close.
That's not the first time that's happened, by the way. That's happened before, that happened before, while I was streaming an attempt, and I kept saying... I was like, LOL, Georg, you mad.
The obvious solution is that you shouldn't go back on the platform. Just go straight in, stun him with the sword of the barrier after that little cutscene.
Yeah, I heard you could do that, but I didn't use it because I'm lazy.
It's hard not to get eaten.
Oh yeah, that too.
It does 2 hearts of damage.
I used to die to Georg in attempts all the time before I knew what how to do the strategy.
You'd get eaten twice? Oh, come on.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
Well, if you really wanted to solve that problem, you could complete Stone Tower before doing Great Base. You have another heart container.
That's part of the reason I used to use the That's part of the reason Georg is part of the reason I used to use, like, the 203 route for my, like, really, really early, like, run-throughs. That's part of the reason, because I would have, like, 7 hearts by then.
And it does Great Bay Temple last. You'd have 6 hearts, I mean.
Yeah.
Which is actually an advantage over 5.
Right. So, is there any reason not to do Great Bay Temple last here, besides Turtle Cutscene Skip?
Yeah, it makes you do another song story. It's like, you come here to do a wrong warp to Snowhead, so you might as well do Great Bay Temple while you're there. Otherwise, you have to song soaring back.
I guess another thing might be the time, like...
Nice running into the,
Yeah, I tried to grab the ledge, but I failed.
I noticed you didn't do Flying Zora again. I suppose because you have the hook shot now, so you wouldn't have to hover.
Plus the fact that you can't Flying Zora off the turtle while it's up.
And that would also do it.
Yeah. Alright, another wrong warp now. This time we're going the other direction to the Snowhead area.
Oh yes, then getting to a wonderful little trick. But,
Little?
okay, I suppose it's kind of a big one. But we'll get to that in a second.
There was a run where I got, like, everything perfect up to here, and then I just could not get the Zora long jump to this pillar.
The two pillars aren't actually the same, though. They, the grab area on them is actually in a slightly different place. And,
yeah, well, I like accidentally dropped my bomb off the pillar there, like a dipshit.
That's okay, it happens.
I can think of far worse errors that you've actually already made in this run.
Stone Tower.
Yeah.
Stone Tower's expected to be bad, though, just because of how bad it lags.
I don't know. I was expecting
That
something.
piece of
And we go walk out into the green and Snowhead.
And I pause buffer the infinite sword glitch here because you have one shot at it, and it's hard.
It's not hard, we just have one shot at it.
Yeah, it's not that it's not much harder than any other infinite sword glitch, but if you fail it, it's over.
You could Hess all the way up. I mean, that's what the tool-assisted speedrun does. You could.
Doesn't the tool-assisted speedrun, like, start at the Cave of the Fairy Fountain, though? Like, doesn't it, like, get the ISG and then Hess from there?
Depends on which tool-assisted speedrun we're talking about, but I think Grunz's does, yeah.
Right.
Although, for the real challenge, you do Keys Hess.
Oh yeah, the Ice Keys Hess, that was amazing. Oh yeah, this super slide right here is to get to the back of the mountain, so before the wind blows you. Problem is, the wind sometimes blows you, like, back before you can get far enough. So you get, like, blown back into the cave while you're super sliding, and then that's, like, the end of the run, because that wastes way too much time.
It shows me the wind is extremely strong. It's about 3 times super slide speed.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Get your technical info.
Yeah.
This trick is pretty ridiculous in general, I have to say.
Once you get on the ramp, there's like nothing that can go wrong unless you're bad with snowball.
Yeah, I've gotten hit by snowballs here on, like, really good runs. So I'm like, you can see I, like, hesitate a bit, like, I think it's right here I hesitate, and I wait for that snowball to pass, because I'm terrified at this point.
If you side hop there, you would have got hit. So.
Yeah, I would have had to stop there anyway, because, you know, it was coming right at me.
Yeah, I notice you don't really use the wind for traveling much, like, I mean... a good tool-assisted speedrun, you'll use the wind to go swing all the way around the
that one
side of the mountain.
Yeah, if you mean like going up the ramp?
Yeah, well, going up the ramp, if you let the wind blow you down the one side of the ramp, you can go extremely far, extremely quickly. But obviously, it has slight problems with the snowballs.
Yeah, if I understand what you're saying correctly, I can do that sometimes, but like. In that case, the snowball was in the wrong spot, so I couldn't do it.
I failed the block skip?
Yeah, I'm not...
Easiest trick in
Yeah, I usually get the block skip, actually. But that right there, like, I didn't get it for some reason. It's not that big of a deal, though.
So now we go get some, bombs and such.
Yeah.
He just goes and dies in the fire to warp back up here.
Yeah.
This jump here is kind of tricky because, like,
If you touch the ice, you go back to the entrance.
Yeah, because Zora can't withstand fire, Zora can't withstand ice.
And I jumped down to the basement during this cutscene so that I don't have, so I don't, lose any time.
Because for some reason you can walk right at the start of the cutscene.
Yeah, I remember in the run I did way back, I always tried to go on roll as far as I could forward during that scene. That has a tendency to work really poorly due to the camera angles.
Yeah, I got more bombs from the basement down there. And now it's time for the Scarecrow song skip, which, thanks to the better Nintendo 64 controls, I do way faster than Giano did, and I also do it without the dumb setup.
Yeah, we call it the Scarecrow song skip, but the Scarecrow song isn't actually required here regardless.
It's basically...
The Scarecrow song itself is a sequence break, but this is a better sequence break.
Yeah. It's
Scarecrow song costs 30 seconds to get it, I think.
Yeah, basically what you do there is, normally you would, call a Scarecrow, for that sequence break, you would normally call a Scarecrow with Scarecrow's song and use it to hookshot up to skip parts of the temple, but it turns out there's a few pixels where you can actually hookshot the torch that's farther up there.
A few? It feels like one.
It's not. The position is actually... the position, at least to me, it doesn't feel like it's precise at all. I get it, every time.
I don't know. On VC, I get it way faster.
Use the hook shot to damage him.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't want
I don't know how VC players can, aim on this game at all.
It's fast.
You get used to it.
Now, if you have a good Nintendo 64 controller, the aiming is just as fast. It's just...
By the way, here, he misses the fact you can... That scene where the Wizrobe runs around to each panel, you can skip that by hitting him just before it starts. As you can see, Ing kind of failed that.
You have 18.
If you get it, you can just keep jump slashing him over and over.
Okay, he'll appear at the same panel every time.
Yeah. You can just do that until he dies, but... if he starts running around, then... No.
And here's the fire arrows,
which we'll use exactly once. Yeah. Well, they're required exactly once. We'll use. I think we'll use them again.
I use them to blow up a few snowballs here, and I also use them on Twin Mold.
Yes.
Fire arrows are required for a pretty dumb reason.
Yeah, melting the ice block around the goat.
Because
again, the light arrows are only required in one place too. So so many items there you just need exactly once.
Not if you're going for 100%. Then you need them twice. Or maybe a few more to skip the machine.
I accidentally pulled out the bow there.
Oh, I thought you did that on purpose.
Oh, yeah, actually, no, yeah, I did do it on purpose to fix the camera.
Or no, you didn't do it on purpose, but you knew it was useful.
Yeah, actually, I didn't need to. I didn't need to fix the camera there. I wasn't thinking. That's why, I think that's why I said it, I said I did it by accident.
And then we get some good lag here off these snowballs.
Oh yeah, the snowballs, it takes a century for those things to blow up.
I really think instead of doing that Q hover, you should just save the Q for the snowballs.
And now we have so hover across here, and then we have perhaps the most laughable boss key skip in the entire game. Oh
yeah, I do a mega flip here.
Stop telling us when you do mega flips and just let us see them.
No, they can find out for themselves.
Now, was that a mega flip? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was a mega flip. But yeah, this boss key skip is ridiculously easy. Giano failed it in his last run. Not sure how.
It doesn't even require hovering.
It's just one recoil flip. Recoil flip is basically you backflip while shielding bomb damage, and it propels you really fast.
You have to let go of the control stick though, or you can curve recoil flips too, just like mega flips by holding the control stick to either side.
Yeah, basically recoil flip is basically mega flip without the roll, The only reason to use Mega Flips is so that you can use them out of a hover. Recoil Flip doesn't work out of a hover because if you try it, you'll just hover because it's shield damage.
Bomb has to hit your shield for it to work.
Yeah. Recoil Flips, though, are much easier to do than Mega Flips.
Yeah. They also tend to get you more distance since you don't have to, like, roll forward.
But you can get really varying degrees of distance with it, depending on your timing.
Yeah.
This is amazing right here. Like, I found the exact correct pixel on there that Goat cannot hit me with his lightning.
Or you just got lucky enough to,
There's no way
Definitely
that's...
Yeah, I think Mr. Grun said that there's always a chance that he'll hit you with his lightning. There's just a certain spot where you can stand where it makes it far less likely.
I don't know. I think I found the spot where you cannot get hit.
Alright,
And that was not it.
Oh dear, the blue warp is so far away, whatever shall I do? Oh wait, I know what to do.
I'm guessing it's Mega Flip.
Nope, Hess. Even better.
I was going to say ground jump.
I was gonna say Elegy Scope. He just passes right through the heart container.
Yeah, no, it's like you can't pick up a heart container while hessing for some reason.
Oh, you can?
That's interesting.
He should have hashed through the warp and skipped the heart container. Then he could have got the cool cut.
What's interesting is, no matter what order you do the temples in, it'll always play the giant cutscenes in the same order.
Yeah, like this is... Because it's
supposed to be, like you can tell by like the blue, this is supposed to be the Great Bay Temple one.
It's kind of weird because they knew that you could do them in different orders, but they did that anyways.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
I mean, I suppose what the giants say makes a bit more sense in that particular order, but
But
why the background colors don't match.
Yeah, the background is what makes it weird. Alright, we only got one more temple left after this. Since I already hovered up Stone Tower, I can just do a Song of Soaring to the Owl. But I need to get explosives first.
I mean, I have a long cutscene where Gorons just do stuff.
Yeah.
They're doing Goron things.
Yeah, I refill completely on explosives before Stone Tower Temple. I end up using all of my explosives in the temple, so it's a good thing.
You really need to stop with the spoilers.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Spoilers. I actually have a PhD in spoiling important plot details. No, I don't really have a PhD in spoiling plot details.
Oh, really? I totally thought you did.
And now we're doing Song of Soaring to Clocktown. 2 bots and explosives. Buying some weapons of mass destruction.
Which you'll, of course, be using purely as a means of transportation.
Yeah. Buying weapons of mass destruction to use as transportation.
Actually, come to think of it, I don't think Speedrun ever uses bombs or bomb shoes as a weapon.
You know,
do you ever use them to damage an enemy?
I don't...
Did you ever use it to blow up walls?
I suppose you kill those mobs with the one bomb.
Well, yeah, there's that, but that was not, like, necessary. That was just a precautionary thing.
Oh yeah, I don't suppose you blow up any walls either.
No, I don't think you do. The only
there aren't many bombable walls in Majora's Mask to begin with, though.
Yeah, the only bombable wall I can think of in Majora's Mask is that one in Snowhead, which I skipped.
There's the bombable
one
in Stone
on the way to the heart piece and beneath the graveyard.
Oh yeah.
He does use bombs to explode the physics engine.
To explode the physics engine. The reason I catch a bottled fairy here is, oh, he's being a bitch and won't let me catch him. I get it so that I can do a funny looking trick here. Basically, I use a time stop glitch here, so I can step off the switch and the platform will still be there. And then watch this.
It requires having a ball of item in your hand.
Yeah. I just like.
it keeps you in the little cutscene that shows when you pull out a bottled item. It keeps you in that state, but you can move around.
You know, it's funny. The first time I heard I was playing through the route for this. It said time stop gap, and I'm like, okay, how do you do this? And Elm was like telling me how to do it because back then he knew more about Majora's Mask than me. I didn't understand like what the point in doing the time stop was. So when I stepped on the switch and like pressed C up, and I got stepped on the block. And I got transported all the way there while standing on the block. I like laughed so hard because it looks like so clever that you would like think to do that.
So quickly here, he turns around so he can grab the edge, saving one chew.
Yeah, which is good because, like I said, I use all of them in this.
You're not supposed to use all of them.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. I wasted a few bomb chews on the boss key skip, so I ended up using all of them.
You should have saved at least one bomb or chew for them.
You know, I noticed that we actually skip every boss key in the run now. I mean...
Yeah.
You just noticed that?
Well, not just.
It just occurred.
In fact, I think this is like the only key we get in the entire run.
You know,
the small key here.
That's a good point.
Huh. I never noticed that.
But why do you get ISG though?
I get ISG there so those black bows don't shit all over me.
You can just kill the two in the corner.
Yeah, but that's slower.
No, they approach you. You just hit them with your sword.
And
here
he's so that he can unlock the camera and turn around, and then put on Zora and grab the block.
Yeah, Zora's much taller and can grab much higher. By the way, he didn't use it before because, well, I'll get that in a second. First, this.
Yeah, this is Kita discovered this strategy for the Updraft Room. It's way faster than the strategy Gianna used, and it's also extremely consistent and easy.
Then why can't I?
How is it different from, I don't know, when I first posted it?
Because this is consistent. Yeah.
The difference is that it uses different alignments and it uses a side hop for the second recoil. Giano used a completely different strategy for the updraft room in his run. It was like side hopping into the updraft and like letting yourself be propelled upwards and doing a recoil flip out of that. It was.
Oh yeah.
It was.
He did the updraft. It was pretty funny actually.
Anyway, the reason I didn't use the Zora for the first block to grab it is because the ceiling's too tall and I would have gotten crushed. Or the ceiling's not tall enough, sorry.
The ceiling's
Meanwhile, Garo Master here is just kind of, I don't know, slowly dying.
I'm pretty sure someone said my Garo Master fight here was perfect. Like, he didn't, like... I don't think he teleported, like, one time. Did he? I wasn't...
I saw him teleport one time.
I don't know.
That as Garo Master fights go, that was not particularly good.
Really?
Yeah,
it could have been way.
My sword.
How could it have been better, though?
You can get him if you get him to pretty much attack immediately every time, and also not have it so you shield his attacks.
Oh, well, that's... no one...
Oh yeah, shielding the attacks. You have to, like... I don't even use the shielding.
Oh, well...
For perfect, you can just, as he's coming at you, if you backflip at the right moment, he'll attack but miss you, and you can immediately jump slash right back.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I just used the strategy I saw in Gianna's run. Anyway...
Gianna's not the end-all, be-all of everything.
Well, back when I was learning the game, that's all I had to go by. Anyway...
Now, this is what I say is the best trick in the game.
Oh, I use a Mega Flip here for it. Saves a bomb.
So you can keep ISU.
Yeah, I would use a recoil flip, but, you know, ISG, I don't need to be, like, hovering.
So in this trick, you
shoot the other
shoot the
side
emblem
with your
from behind. This lets you skip the LG emptiness, moving the block away from in front of the emblem, and this is like my first Majora's Mask trick I ever discovered, so I'm rather fond of it.
Most obvious, though.
It doesn't seem that obvious, honestly.
It was just the obvious thing to do. Hover out of balance, shoot it from the back. I mean, anyone could have thought of that.
I wouldn't have thought of that. Actually, I might have. Anyway,
And don't give yourself that much credit.
For some reason, I side-hopped and like grabbed the edge there. I don't know what was going on with that.
At least you didn't fall off.
Yeah. I do miss 2 ISGs here somehow.
Oh, here I thought you were gonna do the angled long jump.
No.
That's the pro way.
I never learned that angled long jump.
I find all these things and then people don't use them.
I did damage ISG there. Like the second ISG I missed, I got damage ISG off the bomb.
Yeah, you can also get ISG if you have damage interrupt your, instead of grabbing it, just the damage from the bomb explosive. But
and then I accidentally step on the switch for some reason.
It saves time according to PDB.
What? Stepping on the switch?
Yeah.
What I don't understand about damage ISG is, like, you don't actually take the damage.
You shield the damage.
It's the animation of having shielded the damage. And
Yeah. Anyway, this is the boss key skip. It's a bit... I do it a bit sloppy here.
It's a tricky trick.
And it's a tricky trick.
Being all sloppy on us. Soon you're gonna jump the fence with the opponent.
Yeah, I'll do it with one hand, too.
Oh,
That angle change took a couple tries.
Yeah. And now I somehow don't fall under the... I wasted a couple chews there, too, by, like, not falling under the... whatever it is, the first time.
You waste a lot of explosives here.
Not
So what happens is you fall down, you hover up under this little platform here, which is not solid on the bottom. This allows you to get through the wall.
But I wasted a couple bomb chews there, but it's nothing big.
And at this point, you're just kind of hovering. The boss loading zone is quite a ways behind where Link currently is, and also quite a ways down.
Oh, by the way, sorry to interrupt. This right here, this Mega Flip, that basically sums up my entire Majora's Mask career. Because because it's the last Mega Flip of the run, I had one shot at it, and I got it.
Yeah, so he hits the very bottom of the loading zone, and here we go.
What's interesting is that...
Like, I spent like so long like perfecting Mega Flips, and right there I just proved my consistency by hitting it under that much pressure.
You just
Yeah, but what if you missed?
That would have been end run.
Yeah, we wouldn't be watching this if he missed.
Yeah.
So, quick fun thing, fire arrows do triple damage to the blue twin mold here, and ice arrows do triple damage to the red twin mold. I don't know why they did it this way. It doesn't make huge amounts of sense, but it's there. Since obviously we don't have ice arrows, we're not going to be using those on red, but it speeds up the blue guy quite a bit.
That was a really fast blue mold kill.
Yeah, but the rest of the twin mold fight's pretty bad. The hit detection on his tail with arrows is terrible.
We've covered this in Cycle.
There's also the fact that Twin Mold's generally a lot farther away than he seems, so there's quite a bit of delay on actually the arrow getting to him.
Yeah, it's also a lot of luck.
How's that look? Oh, like, I guess, like...
His patterns are luck. Like, you can get like really slow patterns, or you can get really fast patterns. I did not get the best patterns here, I don't think.
Just get double magic, gilded sword, and giants.
Yeah, Giant's Mask is... Generally, Giant's Mask with Razor Sword is probably going to be faster than Arrows, just because of, like, you're guaranteed more hits, pretty much, because it's easier.
Giant's Mask... So you're at Giant's Mask Gilded Sword isn't... I mean, it's probably faster practically, although under perfect conditions, arrows are still faster.
Yeah, under perfect conditions, you wouldn't even use fire arrows, like, on the blue twin mold, because, like, a TAS would fire the arrows, like, so fast that it would make, that the delay of the fire arrows would be too much.
Well, I should qualify that, though. This fight itself is faster with the Giant's Mask no matter what, but it takes 10 seconds to get the... Yeah, about 10 seconds to actually get the Giant's Mask, because you have to kill the thing, open the chest, and have that giant cutscene, too.
We're talking about 100%.
Well, like, it saves 10 seconds if you don't do the boss key skip, I guess.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is the last hit right here. Yeah, that was the last hit.
You missed a lot there. I was worried.
Yeah, I missed a lot of arrows there.
Well, at least you didn't run out of arrows.
Yeah, that happened one time on a pretty good run.
If you did, we would have be stuck commentating. No.
Yeah.
We'd be still commentating. We'd just be like, we're watching a version of this run that failed. And
See, this run actually ends in failure. This entire commentary has been misleading you about that. It's all an April Fool's joke.
When I finished this run, because this run was like the one time I didn't stream, and people were like saying, there's no way he's serious, because like, no one like really expected me to like finish a run, because I like streamed all my attempts, and I streamed so many like failed attempts that people were like, there's no way he's ever gonna get this run, and then I get it the one time I didn't stream.
wasn't it like the second time?
Well, this obviously means you should never stream your runs.
Yeah, streaming attempts for me causes a lot of distraction because like the stream chat.
Yeah, we're kind of distracting people.
One thing I wanted to say, like, that was kind of interesting about Inverted Stone Tower Temple is that both the boss door loading zone and the arena loading zone exist. So he just hovers below and hits the arena loading zone. I'm not really sure why they put that there.
Oh, yeah, the loading zone behind the boss door doesn't actually lead to a different scene. It leads to the room behind the boss door, which is part of the same area. There's actually a couple loading zones like that in Majora's Mask, and
Wait, so the room behind the Stone Tower Temple boss door is actually just part of the same scene as the temple?
yeah.
Oh, why does it fade out then?
I don't know. I assume it's for consistency with the other boss doors, but it's kind of weird.
So the real boss loading zone is like that hole in the floor?
Yeah.
That would make a bit more sense.
And that's why it's what makes Stone Tower boss key skip much easier, because if you didn't have that, you'd have to hit the door loading zone, which is much higher.
Yeah. Alright, so now I have all 4 temples completed, so we're doing Song of Soaring to Clock Town, and we're gonna enter the Clock Tower and shit on Majora.
As a 3D Zelda game, we actually complete all the dungeons. It's a novel concept.
Yeah,
Stuff like the Wind Waker.
Oh, who cares about the Wind Waker?
yeah, that game's... Fuck that game.
What about
Why
you?
would the Wind Waker be?
Make sure you get on.
I like Wind Waker, but it kind of makes for a 5-hour-long speedrun.
5 hour, 6 hour, 7 hour.
I don't know, maybe I'm...
Wind Waker
bunch-
80%. Yeah, Wind Waker 80% is like the same length as Majora's Mask 100%.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely not 7 hour, but it's like 5 or 6.
So, more cutscene.
But yeah, as you can see, I beat Twin Mold after midnight of the final day, so the clock tower was already open. And I play Oath to Order. I actually went to the bathroom during this next cutscene because you don't have to mash any text. I went to the bathroom.
Number 1, number 2.
I went to the bathroom like a few, probably about 30 seconds into the cutscene. I took a while in the bathroom. I came back, and the cutscene was still not even halfway over.
It's pretty long.
This is like Majora's Mask's Light Arrow cutscene.
Yeah, pretty much. Although, I don't know.
You don't have to mash it.
Ocarina of Time has tons of long cutscenes, though. I mean,
Ocarina of Time's text is half the speed of Majora's Mask's text.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
The thing is, Ocarina of Time, it types out one character per frame. And the Japanese text for Ocarina of Time is the same speed, one character per frame. But because of how much less writing is in Japanese, it goes way faster. is like way faster, the Japanese text. In Majora's Mask, they fixed that by speeding up the English text to 2 characters per frame, so it's like the same speed in both languages on Majora's Mask. But if you played enough Majora's Mask, and then if you played enough Majora's Mask, and then you played enough Japanese Ocarina of Time, playing English Ocarina of Time is like painful.
That's exactly what I think of when I see this moon cutscene as well.
Well, you gotta have something to talk about during these long cutscenes.
You can talk about how the giants are holding up
Yeah,
the game's plot device.
And how none of them seem to be wearing pants.
It's funny, the whole... I'm pretty sure the whole, like, story of Majora's Mask's entire plot was based on the memory limitations they had because of the game. Like, the 3-day system is because, like, they had limitations with saving, so they made it so that, like, you would go back in time and lose all your ammo, so it wouldn't have to save all that.
But they didn't exactly have all saving stuff in Ocarina of Time. I think most of the stuff was just actually intentionally part of the game, not just some sort of limitation.
Well, thing is, they couldn't put... They had to delete a save file in order to put AL saves into the English version.
Admittedly, owl saves are a bit more intense than, say, your standard Ocarina of Time save, because there's more stuff.
Yeah, that's yeah. I would say that the whole 3-day system was probably at least partially inspired by the fact that it would take a lot of memory to save all that stuff, like AL save style.
Although, actually, now I think about it, Owl Save essentially gives you 4 save slots, because it has to save the Owl Save and the Song of Time save behind it.
Yeah.
So, perhaps that's more the reason.
It might be. I do know, I think it is pretty obvious that the whole, parallel world thing where, all the characters are, copies of those in Hyrule, I think it's pretty obvious that was based on the fact they were too lazy to make new characters.
It was actually more due to the fact they made it in 1 year.
Yeah, they actually just... Majora's Mask is actually just a heavily modified Ocarina of Time ROM.
No, that's a bit much.
I think not get carried away.
I think it actually is, because it has a lot of stuff from Ocarina of Time still in it, a lot of text and images from it still in there.
Stop insulting Majora's Mask. What did it ever do to you?
Even if it is a heavily modified version of Ocarina of Time ROM, it's still a much better version of it, so...
Yeah, Majora's Mask is a much better version of Ocarina of Time.
It should be Master Quest.
It's over.
Oh god, yes.
It's 1.3, and Master Quest is 1.4.
Master Quest is kind of a step back from Majora's Mask. I'm not sure if 1.4 is the best way of putting it.
But they made it afterward.
It was a downgrade.
Yeah.
We'll have Master Quest 3D now, supposedly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
So we can experience mediocre dungeons in full 3D.
Oh, yeah, since I used all my explosives in Stone Tower Temple, I can't super slide to Majora here.
Oh, reject.
You can do a Zora backward, but you choose not to.
Yeah, it is slightly faster,
Yeah, but you'd have to put the mask on and take it off.
It's a pretty long backwalk.
No.
For some reason, my angle was wrong backwalking there, so I had to adjust it a bit. And now I'm targeting that guy. This place
around there a bit.
Yeah, this place lags really bad on N64 because of all the motion blur. That fade out is so long.
It doesn't lag on GameCube though, does it?
It does not. I was surprised that it didn't.
It was 8 seconds overall on the moon, just because of lag.
The moon's my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, only in 100%.
Especially because of Georg's trial, you can swim backwards. Sounds bad.
Alright, Majora fight. Let's, I'm not going to spoil anything. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, let's stay tuned. If you do.
I think it's... I don't know if Ing's really going to pull this one off. I mean,
Who knows, I might die to wrath.
Well, his mask is just gonna fry him.
This is what you got the heart games for.
Yeah, this Majora is the reason I get so many hard containers. Majora is a way harder boss than Ganon from Ocarina of Time. Like, overall, Majora's Mask's bosses are just way harder than Ocarina of Time's.
I'm like, Ganon, just roll through his legs, hit the tail, and repeat.
This boss is pretty easy. Like, it takes me, like, 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's because you use
It takes me way longer.
That's because you use Fierce Deity.
Majora's not actually that hard if you just want to beat him. But if you want to beat him fast, that's kind of the problem.
Yeah. I use light arrows on him because they do like 4 damage. And he catches on. Yeah, you shoot a mask a few times, and then it catches on fire and sprouts arms and legs. That's that's like definitely something you see every day.
Well, it's obviously because of the friction created.
Are you saying you haven't seen this on a regular basis? And now we get to fight the. He's kind of like a.
Legs.
I kill off the masks here because they can get in the way. Yeah, Majora's Incarnation's like raping me in the ass here.
He's like Michael Jackson's a boss fight.
Yeah, he dances around, squeals, and moonwalks.
That too.
Someone on YouTube, I think his name is Peanut3423. He made a joke about Majora's Incarnation being like Michael Jackson because of the squealing and the moonwalking. Actually,
all credit goes to that guy.
It would be funny if he watched this run, listened to the commentary, and then heard his name.
He's like, all these years, the payoff is finally achieved its full goal.
The payoff.
Actually, the Michael Jackson Incarnation thing was actually not the Peanut3423 who said it. I think it was a collaboration video, and the other guy said it.
And I'm sure it's something that no one's ever thought of before.
I'm pretty sure it was intention.
But yeah, as you can see,
I also noticed you're having some real trouble with him here. Right?
Yeah, he wouldn't get near a wall. Like, I just had really bad luck with Incarnation here. The masks and him kept shooting at me, and then I couldn't get him near a wall. This was actually worse than Gianno's Incarnation, if you can believe that.
We lost 5 hearts in that fight.
I know, it's ridiculous. And now he's pumping up his muscles, and, oh my god, what the fuck is that?
It's a head.
Oh yeah, I need to count the slashes so we can sync up the audio commentary later on.
So basically the eyes of
1,
the mask.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Do you really need to go?
9, 10. You get the point.
I must be off by like a second and a half, because you said 1, and you were still watching the cutscene.
Well, it probably doesn't matter if we're slightly off, but
We're exactly the same.
For the record, there should be about 40 slashes here, or exactly
39, because the first one was a jump slash.
Oh, okay.
You can alternate the jump slashes, can't
You can, but it has a tendency. If you don't do it quite right, Link will end up missing one of the jump slashes, then it'll all screw up.
But yeah, 149 right there.
You didn't finish with the quick spin, reject.
It's a 153 if you don't count. If you do count the intro.
Oh,
Yeah.
who counts the intro?
Speedrun's live kids count the intro. Actually, no, they count from power on.
Yeah, that's one more reason we don't listen to them.
Yeah.
This cutscene coming up is the only cutscene that's faster on the N64 version than on
Yeah,
the
it's
And naturally,
only one that
some-
doesn't.
it's not.
yeah, this is faster on 64 and it doesn't even count toward timing. And it's also very gay that there are 4 gigantic nude men standing around just like flashing everybody.
That is kind of odd.
They're not even anatomically incorrect. I mean, you can't even see their schlongs.
Maybe they're girls.
This
Oh,
commentary is going to shit.
That's a good point. I mean, they just said they're giants. They never said they were guys.
it's true.
Though they do seem to have beards, so...
Maybe they're just girls with beards.
That's just pubic hair.
Yeah, if you think about it, their heads and their crotches are like at the same spot because they don't have like a full body. And right here, I do a disc switch.
Isn't that like how you said the the stone tower entrance. It's like a stone face licking its crotch.
Yeah, I read like this.
Oh god, that thing. I've read that too.
You read that thing, the message of Majora's Mask or whatever it is.
Yeah, that thing's so full of crap.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting, but a lot of it is like it's interesting, but it's like obviously not intentional.
So I suppose now you got a lot more cutscene to go blathering on during.
Yeah, let's just talk about random shit during the.
So what's up, guys?
I don't know. I've been streaming this whole thing. Let me look at my stream chat.
I mean, I suppose you could like talk about overall thoughts of the run. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Well, we could do that.
Yeah, overall, like, this run, in my opinion, was pretty good up until, like, to be honest, like, I saw the Stone Tower Temple boss key skip as a gigantic failure, but that's just because I'm a huge perfectionist.
So I think you get 145.
On VC, definitely.
You get like 146 or 147 because you wouldn't save the time from Hess on VC.
In principle, no, you could still save the time from Hess. England would just have to get off his ass and learn how to do it.
Yeah, but it's impossible.
Haha.
Well, it's not feasible.
Sure, you say that now.
Then again, that's what people said about mega flips.
Yeah.
2015. What's gonna happen?
2012, Ing will make a 145 and it will cause the end of the world.
Yeah, 2012. I'll make some magical device that makes easy Hess on VC, and then I'll shit on everyone with a 145, and then it'll blow up the world.
That'd be sick. We'll finally give you that Majora's Mask mod.
You mean the one that probably doesn't exist?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, probably.
Except it does, and I use it.
I use it as well.
I don't think SDA would accept that anyway, because it's modified. Oh, right, I'm not supposed to talk about that. Zero, you've been recording this whole thing, right?
No.
Of course. This was the practice.
Okay, yeah, he's been recording.
Okay, good.
Exodus is typing.
Oh, Exodus recorded the whole thing, too? Good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
his
that'll be a
quality
shame. This didn't fit.
apparently subpar. I have a backup recording too, but it's probably not very good.
Yeah.
Or the best Super Mario 64 player in the world was a producer of this game.
Shigeru Miyamoto. Also, did you just say it Mario instead of Mario?
No.
That's what it sounded like, because
I did not say that.
I've always pronounced it Mario for some reason. It's just how I learned it. Also, I can tell
you learned it wrong.
I think this part of the credits lags on N64. I can see the choppy frame rate.
That's counting towards your time losing frames.
Oh dear. Yeah, I can see that lag. You can tell.
Yeah, you think timing stopped. You thought wrong.
Oh dear. Yeah, this is actually like 2 hours and 4 minutes long.
It doesn't even beat Gianna's run from 2009.
I don't even know why we're commenting on it, then.
He's not talking stuff.
Well, I imagine some random kid watching the speedrun, trying to learn what was going on, and being like, well, I certainly learned a lot about Ocarina of Time.
He also learns quite a bit about Super Metroid and Metroid Prime.
And the Japanese version of this game.
Yeah, which I did not use in this run.
And what tricks me and Fuchi found.
I actually wonder if the Japanese version would be faster for Majora's Mask.
Honestly, no one knows. I don't know, and no one else has the patience to time it, so...
I think some of the Japanese text in Majora's Mask is a little bit faster than the English.
There's also power crouch stabs.
It's fast. The whole text is faster in general, but it's barely faster at all, even for really long text boxes.
Yeah, because they like I mentioned earlier, they sped up the English text for Majora's Mask to 2 characters per frame, and kept the Japanese text 1 character per frame. So it's basically the same. Although the Japanese text is slightly faster in Majora's Mask, despite...
The big thing is you can't Flying Zora, so if you use this route, you'd have to bomb hover to the first fairy fountain.
Yeah, I used to do mega flips to the fairy fountain before Kita's Flying Zora method. I just barely had enough explosives to do Woodfall Boss Key Skip. I think I had a 3 explosive room for error. It was really ridiculous.
On the other hand, though, I mean, Japanese version has, power crouch stabs and that thing in Pirate's Fortress.
Yeah, you could pretty much rape Majora's Wrath with that.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not much to be seen in the credits.
We didn't get any masks, so all those little unlockable scenes, except we get the one for the Gibdo mask anyways.
Yeah, a lot of the scenes for masks they assumed you needed are still there.
Not a lot.
One.
Oh, yeah. Well, one is a lot. It's more than I can.
Why that mask? That's my question. Why the Gibdo mask?
Because Clippy Clip is a cool trick.
Clippy Clip. The Clippy Clip is Kita's name for the clip through the music box house with a recoil flip.
That still gets you the Gibdo mask, though.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You do it, and then you can get it just by playing the song.
I'm pretty sure a run on Japanese Majora's Mask would get Bremen Mask and dupe over that instead of Deku Sticks. So you could power crouch stab Wrath to death.
You can just get a Deku
You could
Stick
just get another Deku Stick.
Just get broken Deku Stick, just learn how to do it consistently.
And here's the Gibdo mask we never got.
Yeah. I skipped that with some pro Mega Frips up Stone Tower. And yes, I just said Mega Frips.
Well,
I was going to say
because you can get the allergy without the Gibdo mask.
Hey guys, Jape is awesome. Just wanted to say.
Jape is definitely not awesome. Sorry to say.
I disagree.
Oh dear, we're talking shit about people in the last section of the commentary that people may not even...
Let's talk shit about people in the credits. Like, that Super Mario Club. God damn them.
Yeah, they suck.
When they're like the debuggers, they're taking our job.
Yeah, we're supposed to be the ones finding glitches. They don't even...
In the Japanese version, they thank the Ocarina of Time staff in the credits, and they just removed that in the US version.
But I think... wait, really? They does it say, Ocarina of Time staff?
Yeah, it says... I think it says The Legend is all Ocarina of Time staff, but it's in there.
I think that's more proof that it was a modified Ocarina of Time ROM. Why else would they be thanking the Ocarina of Time staff?
Well, you could say
that it's a better game.
They use the same engine, obviously, but I mean, if you go by that, then Ocarina of Time is just a modified Super Mario 64 ROM. So it's not really the best way of putting it.
Well, either way, like you said, even if Majora's Mask is a modified Ocarina of Time ROM, it's a much better version.
Alright.
Well, it looks like things are wrapping up here.
Yeah. So everybody say bye.
What?
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
I'm gonna stick around and creepy.
Speedrun911 signing off.
This is Elminster sticking around. I'm watching you.
This is the Legendary Castle. I had to close the video a long time ago, so I don't know where you